In addition, Marth is now fully voiced in English.
Keep your eyes open!
So in part 2, I want to give more thoughts on the announcement of, yeah, there is going to be some sort of adventure mode in this time, and kind of look interesting. Plus also a little bit tidbits such as the option that he basically showed, assist trophy, yes, DLC, and a surprise. But anyway, continuing with the online, I forgot to mention it on part 1, is that global smashing is back. That's basically the version of ranking. So it depends on what you do in the game, offline, online. It's mostly online. That's what it is. You build up your global smash ranking, and the higher, then you end up basically fighting better people. Kind of like rank mode, but you know, again, make it basically friendly. You know, because the thing you have to understand also, believe it or not, whether you like it or not, is Sakurai is not really a fan of competitive playing, believe it or not. I mean, he used to be a tournament player in the past. There's been rumor about that, but he's just not a fan of it. So he's trying to not basically, you know, make it look like, oh, Street Fighter's ranking mode or, excuse me, any fighting game ranking mode. So that's the reason why. So I mean, whether you like it or not, it is what it is. And one thing, and people are going to be really sad, and that is, yes, if you want voice chat and if you want to optimize your online experience, you gotta have to use the Nintendo Switch Online app. An app in order to voice chat with your friend rather than on the system itself. Yes, it's embarrassing, but sadly, they're gonna go for it. No surprise. So they're gonna go dealt with it. There's gonna be an update for it to play Smash, and not only that, in 2019 there's gonna be a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate companion app. Basically, more of a social aspect to Smash Brothers. So not a game. Remember, the next mobile Nintendo game is Super Mario Kart Tour. So if you hate the app, there you go. I might have to try it, maybe sometime, but I just didn't really care about it. But yeah, it is gonna suck. It's kind of sad. You still have to bring your phone while playing Smash so you can, you know, chat with your friends or with strangers. But it is what it is. So then, of course, they reveal more assist trophies for Smash Bros. Ultimate. Some new ones, some returning ones. So this is the part when I'm gonna have to talk about the Grim or the Grinch Link. That's what, not Grim, Grinch Link. So what that is, for people who don't know, is that if you heard, there was a guy who took a Snapchat photo of the poster of Everyone's Here, and there was some characters really blurred out that's gonna be in the game, and there were some rumor one, and part of them were Isaac and Ken and Shadow. They're gonna be part of the roster. People basically thought it was real or not, they don't know. And then there was also another picture of, I guess, a Grinch. And basically what these are, a market company basically doing graphic design marketing for Super Smash Bros. Or basically doing something for Namco Bandai. And basically they thought it was for real because it was posted just recently. However, there was a statement from the company that basically said, I forget what the company, they call it Marina, I think that's what they call it, but they made a statement that said, yeah, the guy who did this basically, what doesn't work for us, like, he has not even been working for us for 2 years. So the person who took the picture apparently, or the account or whatever, or left 2 years ago, so that was like 2016. He had a LinkedIn page and then that was like deleted. So there was a lot of weird stuff, and there was also a picture of the Grinch, which is the new movie Grinch that's coming this November. That's why they call it the Grinch leak. And so some rumors say that the Grinch is gonna be in Smash Brother, which is, it's like, I don't think so, but I think they're also doing a marketing promo for the Grinch the movie. So that was the Grinch leak is. And some of the characters that they showed, like I said, was Ken, Shadow, and Isaac, and of course, Ken was an Echo Fighter. There you go. And why am I talking about Isaac and Shadow? Sadly, they are once again assist trophy. So Isaac was an assist trophy for Brawl. He wasn't in the Wii U 3DS version, but now he's back on Ultimate. Shadow, well, he was also in Brawl, but it's also in Wii U and 3DS. Yeah, it's gonna suck. So if you guys wanted them as a character, well, no dice, man. No bueno. So it is what it is. But they also showed some new ones that was pretty interesting, such as Yuki from Fatal Frame. What else? Oh, Black Knight from Fire Emblem Patch of Radiant. Tiki from Fire Emblem Awakening. They also have Guile representing Street Fighter, so there's a Street Fighter assist trophy, basically doing flash kicks. And the interesting part was also Akira from what's that game? Virtual Fighter. So yeah, Virtual Fighter, freaking awesome in his Virtual Fighter form, and you know, the very first game, funny. Also, there was also Dr. Wily in his Wily capsule, and apparently when you destroy it, he does the begging thing like in the game you see. And of course, there's also Vince from Art Academy. So surprisingly, so if you have Nikki doing SWAT Doodle, why not Vince doing his Art Academy style? So, and also it's all Thwomp. There's also a Thwomp there. So according to Sakurai, there are a total of 59 assist trophy. I don't know if they showed all of them because I kind of saw the list. However, I did not see Electman because he was an assist trophy in Wii U 3DS. Or maybe he is. I know they did show the ghost at one point in the previous direct. I just don't remember. But basically, yeah. So 59 assist trophy. Shadow and Isaac are an assist trophy. So if you wanted to be a character, well, no dice. It is what it is. And then also they showed new Mii costume for the Mii Fighter. So my question this one is, hopefully it's not going to be DLC like they did with Wii U and 3DS. Hopefully it's in the game, you just unlock them. So they had some cool one. There was Splatoon 2. There was Breath of the Wild, Yiga Ninja. There was also Chibi Robo. You get Chibi Robo, and then there was even a robotic one from Custom Robo, which is the Mark III. But one of the best one that people laughed about this, excuse me, and they basically were laughing for the Mii Fighter Brawler type, and I think this is gonna be the best costume ever to use. I'm gonna probably use it if it's in the game, but if it's like DLC, then I'm like, oh, that sucks. And that is the Labo costume. Yes, you get to dress your Mii Fighter as the Labo for the robot kit. It has the backpack, it has the Joy-Con, the controller, and the goggles. And oh my goodness, when I saw it for the first time, I was like, oh my god, that's so awesome. And a lot of people who basically saw it reacted the same way, like, oh my gosh, really, Labo? So for anyone saying, hey, you know, there should be a Labo representative, well, there was a fan guy who did like a creator of Labo Man, you know, basically like a stick figure with a Joy-Con in the back. They showed this guy like his like concept art, and basically he did like wanted to smash it into a piano, and you know, I mean, it is what it is. But hey, at least now you have a Labo representative. Your Mii Brawler can wear the Labo robot kit, so that's funny. People laughing about that. So that's really funny there. And then, of course, they show the mode, which is, of course, like some of the mode they talk about, like option and help. The only reason is basically is that, you know, it's for the casual, the general consumer. Kind of makes sense there. There's also now you can actually make video, record a video, and I guess share them. I don't know about posting them on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube, kind of like what they did in the Wii U version. Hopefully you could do that, maybe much better. Or maybe I'll just take the micro SD card, put it on the computer, and like pull the video, and then I can make my own Make a Mix Game Showcase. So whatever. So it's a refined version of that. Pretty awesome. Yeah, so a lot of modes there. And there's going to be one mode I'm going to explain, but I'm going to explain that later. And the next one he talked about, and this is something that people might be happy, people are not. Me personally, doesn't really matter. I know some people don't like it. Sanders Cullian, the Access podcast, the host of it, wasn't too happy. I guess in social media, some people were not happy about it. Some people said, hey, it is what it is. What do you expect? I mean, even so you have a lot of characters, 70 plus more, there's always going to be that someone say, oh, there's no character here that I like. That's not cool. X, Y, and Z characters not there. That's not right. I mean, well, the rule of business, you just can't please everyone. It is what it is. So what am I talking about that not a lot of people are happy? Yes, Sakurai announced that there will be DLC characters for Smash Ultimate. Not really surprisingly, it makes sense. Why? You want to support the game, and also there are gonna be someone saying, "Oh, my character's not there." Even though 70 plus characters are in the game, I mean 70 plus. Oh no, my favorite character's not there. While Luigi's not there, or Zorak's not there, or the Aussie Eye's not there, or Miss Pac-Man, or Nintendo, or Proto Man, or etc. etc. You gotta get. You have those people that they're just not happy. So there will be 5 additional DLC character in the game, and there will be $6 a pop. So you might say, man, $6 for a character? Well, no, they're trying to make it fair. So what basically Sakurai did, and he's being fair, this is why always with Nintendo, sometimes when Nintendo does DLC, they're always sometimes good. I know there are some bad ones. Fire Emblem Hero of Shadow of Valencia Echoes. Yeah, the season pass is more expensive than the game itself, kind of weird there. But to some extent, their season pass they're not that bad. Or the DLC, they don't really rip people off. You do get a lot of things out of it for your DLC, out of your buck. That's what I'm trying to say there. So, what's so different about this one? Well, there's going to be 5 characters. However, each character will come with 1 stage. So, he didn't really say whether it's a new stage or it's going to be a retro stage that's missing from the base game. But again, you get another stage, 5 of them, because 5 characters, and each of the character will have song. Not just 1 song, a package of song, a pack of songs. So, for $6, I think that's a good deal there. I say, hey, I want all of them. Can I save some money? Yes, they're gonna have the Fighter's Pass, aka Season Pass. That's a good move in my opinion. Again, like I said, they didn't really do a Season Pass in Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS. They had some bundles, some bundle, but not really Season Pass. So finally, they had a Season Pass there. So there you go. And if you buy the Season Pass, you get a Mii outfit for your swordsman, which is Rex from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So I know for now there's no character. Sakurai did say, hey, I want to put him in the game, but hey, you know what? Oopsie, my bad. So they didn't put him in the game. So there you go, Mii Fighter again, better than nothing. Quote from Concept. But yeah, again, hey, what can you do about it? Again, it's still a business. And I know a lot of people are not going to be happy when you have the game, you're talking about the game's not out yet, and then all suddenly, guess what? DLC, especially in fighting games. Yeah, my opinion about it, I'm somewhere neutral. I think it's not really a good idea, but at the same time, I said it before, games are harder and expensive to develop. They do need DLC. It's to some extent now, it's becoming a necessary evil. And a teaser there is I've been saying this before, but I'm gonna say it again. There is gonna be another review. Hopefully I can remember. I'm gonna give my thoughts about Are DLC in fighting games and in other games also? Is it necessary? Do they have to do it? Does it support the game? Is it beneficial or not? And when is the right time to do it? That's a problem. Like I said, like in the example I was watching with Xander's video, he was disappointed that they announced it even the game before wasn't even out. I mean, yeah, he could have probably said that in a basically in a Nintendo or the Smash Bros. Website or a YouTube video after the game comes out. Maybe say 2 weeks. 2 weeks from the game comes out, like after 2 weeks, suddenly there's a video say, "Hey, this is Master Sakurai. There's an announcement. I hope you like Smash, brother. Guess what? We're gonna have DLC." And then you explain the DLC, and of course you also explain of the season pass. Of course, if you buy the season pass, you get a free bonus. Like that's what Nintendo does. So when Nintendo does DLC and season pass, they do a good job. Like you paying something that's worth versus the other company. So for me personally, I can't really get mad at Sakurai. He's already putting too much content in Ultimate. And he's adding more. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a Season 2 Season Pass for it. If, maybe after February 2020, hey, guess what? There'll be a Season 2. I wouldn't be also surprised. It maybe it would be smart for Nintendo, but it's up to them. Just like Street Fighter 5, make Super Smash Bros. Ultimate a service. I know they go, no, that's not good. Well, no. Because you only need one Smash Bros. Game per console, and they've been doing that. So, why not make it a service, make it last long, make people keep coming back with the new characters. That's how it is. I mean, look at Street Fighter 5. A lot of people keep playing Street Fighter 5. I'm still playing Street Fighter 5 because a lot of the season characters. But as saying like the DLC before the game comes out, you're gonna have to understand for some. I mean, FGC or not, it's the new norm, and a lot of people do expect, oh, there's gonna be DLC. It's gonna be DLC here. It's gonna be DLC. No, there is gonna be DLC no matter what. I mean, do you want free DLC? I mean, that's great, but things cost money. Things really cost a lot of money. I mean, they did it with Dragon Fighter. They announced it before the game came out because everybody knows that it was expected. Jump Force. Guess what? Even so, they're still revealing what the characters before the game's launch. Guess what? They already announced it that they are gonna plan again DLC. But the difference here, and that's why I have to give props to Sakurai, is he was very transparent of what he said about the DLC. Yes, the downside when he said about the season pass, normally he wants to reveal who the characters are. Makes sense, right? To some extent, because at least you know what you're paying. But he's saying, hey, look, again, very transparent. He said, hey, look, the problem is, we have not even developed yet. We're not even in the planning stage. I'm trying to finish the main game, which is good. So we'll have to announce it later on. See, how Sakurai basically approached the DLC character was better versus, say, I hate to say it, Street Fighter 5 or Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z Fighter, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, because in Dragon Fighter Z, guess what? Like, within I think a month already the characters are out, and apparently there have been even reports that they're already working on DLC character while they're trying to finish up the game. Again, teach of their own, but at least with Sakurai, with Nintendo, with Project Sora, they said, look, we're not even starting with the DLC development yet, we're still trying to finish the game, so that makes sense. So again, I know some people don't like that announcement, oh, DLC, oh, sucks. But in the case with Sakurai, he is very transparent, he's being fair, he's saying, hey look, the DLC is not gonna come out like for a while. Like they kinda did that with Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS. Guess what? Mewtwo. Yes, the game came out the one on the Wii U came out at December of 2014. Mewtwo didn't even release until past April. So again, they even said it, like, it's gonna take a while, please wait, we're working the character. It was in a spring Nintendo Direct, they finally showed, oh, there you go, Mewtwo for Wii U and 3DS. And it took a while, it took like 4 months, and that's a good thing with the DLC, what they're doing. Problem is, mostly it's like, a day one DLC, yeah, people hate that. Maybe a 1 week DLC, sure, but the longer it releases, the better to some extent, because not so long, but a reasonable long time, like 4 weeks. That makes sense. People are okay with that, at least with 1 month. 4 months, I think that's a perfect time, because you gotta let the game, settle in. You gotta get used to the game, play the game, let it saturate, and then you go, okay, I'm a bit tired, already played everything here. DLC come, you get back in the game. There you go. So, like you said, they're not even ready. They're not even doing anything with the DLC. So, yeah, it sucks that they basically announced it, but they're being transparent. Again, $6 for a character, a stage, and some music. So, season pass, you're saving $5. There you go. So with that, I did mention in my first part of the video about there is a bonus character, and they're gonna go and they reveal there is a post-launch free character for a limited time. So again, another one that basically rewards, and this is awesome about Nintendo. They're always known for doing it. They've done this with Pokemon, they've done this with some other games, and that is when you buy the game at launch, you get an incentive reward. I mean, look what happened with Shadow of the Tomb Raider. People bought it on launch. 4 weeks later at Steam, there was a week sale, like for 1 week. People were pissed about it, sadly, putting some fake bad review because they were just pissed off. That's a no-no there. So, to some extent anyway, Nintendo at least is giving reward, giving beneficial. It benefits, rewarding the people who bought the game early. So what am I talking about? So you say, alright, Incineroar is the last character of Pokemon. Come on, that's the late reveal. We need something more dynamic, more shocking, more, funny. Something retro, something surprising. Well, in 64, there was Ness. In Melee, it was Mr. Game & Watch. In Brawl, let's just say 2 of them, Sonic or Rob, you decide. And then on the Wii U and 3DS, it was Duck Hunt Dog. Surprisingly old, legendary, retro characters. So of course, we have to go back to the Grinch lick. They said someone was Mach Rider. People thought Mach Rider kind of fits in at the retro character that Sakurai likes to put in. Fortunately, it may be DLC. Again, we're gonna have to wait for a while. Maybe the first DLC is gonna be on April. Again, just my guess from the Wii U version. So who is this surprising character that it's a free bonus offer? And that is, nobody expect this, but it's funny. A lot of people laugh about it. I got a bit of a laugh about it, and that is Piranha Plant. Yes, a Bowser minion is a playable character, Piranha Plant. Why? I don't know. But I'm gonna explain a bit the theory of why he chose that. But it's for the sake of the story, for the sake of why Piranha Plant's in the game, what's his role? I don't know. It's Sakurai. He does this weird thing. So this is the free character. If people bought the game, plan to buy the game at launch, or before January 31st, which they said, so you get like 2 months, register it, my Nintendo reward, then they'll send you an email code for Smash Bros. For the Piranha Plant. So there you go. Again, it's a free character for a limited time, so I'm gonna assume if you decided to wait because you wanted a sale on the game or whatever, or you have a coupon, certificate, whatever, I'm gonna guess, this is my guess, probably between 99 cents to $2.99. That's my guess. It's not gonna be $5.99 because it's just gonna be a character, and it's not a bad character because I seen some attack. Piranha Plant. It's like Doll Sim. He stretches out, so it's really funny there. So anyway, Piranha Plant. It's weird. Smash finale. He summons Petty Piranha from basically the same model from the Subspace Adversary. There's a spoiler there a bit later in this video, but yeah, that's really awesome. So now the business aspect of why did they choose Piranha Plant for this one as a bonus free character. First of all, you can never deny ever a free character. When it's something free, hey, you take it. Arc System Works been known for giving out free DLC before like you have 2 weeks for it. Same goes with PlayStation All Star Battle Royale. Guess what? The first DLC character, the first 2-pack, shoot, the lady from Gravity Rush and the guy from Starhawk, they were free for the first 2 weeks. And then Zeus and Isaac from Dead Space, not Golden Sun. This is PlayStation All Star. If you bought God of War Ascension for the PS3, you get a code for those 2 characters, but that's a different story. But yeah, there are free characters for limited time, so Piranha Plant was in the same category. Why is it? My guess is it was easy to develop Piranha Plant. That's my guess. It's simple. It's a freaking plant. It's circly. Nothing much to do. And most of the attacks were just headbutt, extended stem, reach. God, it's a plant. He's a freaking plant. Some of his move, he flies around. So again, I'm guessing the development for this character wasn't that really expensive to a point that Nintendo said, yeah, we can probably just, it's a throwaway character, we can just throw it out there, it's free. It's a free, easy development. Probably doesn't cost that much. Not a lot of resource for doing this character. And like I said, look at the Smash. He just summons Petey Piranha, and the model was from the Space Emissary. So that's why it kind of makes sense of why Piranha Plant is a free character there. Because again, probably wasn't that expensive to develop that character. So if you say you put something, I'm gonna go with a random character top of my head, Starman from Pro Wrestling. You give that free. Probably it's gonna cost more because one, it's a pro wrestler. Probably you need more moves, more motion for that character versus a plant, and probably more money when you do the Smash finale. It's not something just to cut and paste. It's probably something new. Again, that's more resource and money. Then you probably say, well, we can't do that for free. Well, in case of Piranha Plant, I can understand why they chose that. Heck, they could probably even go with Goomba. I'm surprised they didn't go with Goomba. It made more sense. It's Goomba, and then basically maybe the Smash finale, it's a king. He turns to King Goomba, whatever, and he does a Goomba headbutt, whatever. It could be anyone, but the point is, the character looks so simple that it's easy to develop, in my opinion. Not so much, easy, but the resource and the time for doing this character probably wasn't that much. So, kind of makes sense why that was free there. Could it make more sense if it was Bowser's minion? Yeah, I was thinking about one, and me and my friend were talking about it. Like, why not Goomba, Koopa Troopa, Goomba, Paratroopa, and Boo, the trio from Mario Luigi and Bowser's Minion side story. Remember, there's a side game, the new remake of Mario Luigi, the Bean Kingdom. So why not you play as Goomba? There's a Paratrooper and the Boo that teams up with you. Again, maybe that's more complex than just Piranha Plant. So again, I don't know what's in the mind of Sakurai, why Piranha Plant, but again, it is what it is. So what can you do about that one? But again, like I said, he is putting a lot of work in the game, the base game. So you can't really get mad at him about the DLC. Again, he was being transparent, and so far he's still being transparent. And what else I can talk about? Alright, so... before I go to the biggest awesome part of the Direct is voice language. Thank you, Sakurai, and yes, I agree with what he said that the fans requested, and thank you, Sakurai, for actually vouching for what I'm saying. And what am I saying? Yeah, there's a reason why Mario Final has an English voice, because for the first time in the game, we'll have not dual language, multiple language from multiple countries. It's not just from Japan, not from US, English language, there's even other language in Europe, such as Russian, German, French, Korean, you name it, they put it in the game. Thank you, Sakurai. See, Sakurai actually vouched that people wanted dual language, and I wish a lot of this company take note what Sakurai said about that. Dual language, Japanese and English. And I get it. Nintendo has a lot of money. Probably that's what they could do with. But just you gotta take note of that. He basically said the fans always been asking dual language. That's why finally Mart has an English voice. I hope Roy. I hope Cloud has. I don't know why not Cloud for crying out loud. And yet Final Fantasy the City NT he speaks in English. I don't get it, but hopefully Cloud, Roy, and Mart finally gonna speak in English. Everyone has English voice, awesome there. And then if you want Japanese, you can also change it to Japanese or whatever language it is. So thank you for that, Sakurai. Respect from me to you. I wish more company would take note what Sakurai here, what he did there. So awesome for for what he did. So the last announcement he basically talked about, I want to get my thoughts on, is Subspace Emissary or a new adventure mode. Thank you, Sakurai. He's been listening to the fans. One of the complaints was in the Wii U and 3DS, well, maybe the Wii U, the lack of adventure mode from Melee and Brawl. And what happened, the reason why he didn't want to do it on the Wii U was because of what happened in Brawl. And the little recap is because the game unfortunately did not come out worldwide. It was a month ahead in Japan. I think even 2 months. It was in January in Japan, and outside of Japan was in March. So what did people do to get YouTube views? You put it on YouTube. Is it illegal? Is it copyright? Well, it's kind of hard to say, but it is cinematic, but it is a video game. But the reason I say that is Sakurai was very disappointed, to some extent probably irate, that when they did that, he said, well, all that hard work was for nothing. I want people to feel the thunder, and what? Oh, great. So, all that work, no hype. I understand, but, you know, the people, like I said, the people can just not watch it. If they have strong will and they don't want to spoil themselves, you know, they just don't have to watch it. But the problem is, you know, again, Sakurai didn't like it, so that's why he omitted it. People were upset about it, so they said, alright, fine, we're gonna do a story mode, and a really, really awesome story mode here. And it's related to Spirit. Alright, so in the beginning we mentioned about Spirit. The premise about that one is that there are two worlds in Super Smash Bros. There's the player world, which is our world, you know. Thus the reason why there's Master Hand and Crazy Hand. They represent the player because, you know, you're the master, you're playing the character, and then in their world, they're just, you know, they're toys. Well, in our world, they're toys. In their world, they're actual character. The premise was a lot of this Nintendo character, they lost their physical form. They become, aka Spirit. But so in order to get their body back or whatever, they gotta team up with the player character, the Smash characters. That's the whole point there. So why even have that sort of premise is because of the story mode, which they call it the World of Light. So they show the trailer or the intro trailer to what it is, and basically all the Smash character, for strange reason, why is Fox leading the gang of Nintendo character? Shouldn't it be Mario? You know, Mario can just point and say, let's go! We must stop them! Yeah! Or something like that. But whatever. They got Fox, and then Mart said something, Zelda said something, and Pit. That's another thing. There is going to be voice acting on this story mode. So that's another good, for some of the characters. Awesome. So again, hopefully the other Fire Emblem character, Roy, Cloud, you can speak English. However, he did say that even so, it's about a story mode. It's all about fun, having fun, you know, trying to understand the story of Smash Bros. Because there's not going to be a lot of cinematic scene in the game, maybe just some, but again, there is a story. So basically what happened is, if for people who don't know, is let me just tell the story. There's a mysterious new bad guy with weird feather, weird energy, there's like weird light, like no one knows what it is, some weird, just a weird thing. And there was a bunch of Master Hands. So Yes, the Master Hand, the lore of Smash Bros. Is really kind of confusing there, but I'll try my best. I could be wrong about this one. Is that Master Hand are basically representing the players. However, they're the quote unquote they're the bad players. They're bad player, evil player for whatever the master. No matter what, I'm the master. I'm controlling your character. I'm controlling you. You follow what I do. I have the controller. That's what Master Hand is. And then, of course, he has a left hand or brother, whatever, crazy hand, which is basically the destructive type because you got yin and yang. But again, that's the lore there. So that's why Master Hand is basically a bad guy. And it sounds like this is going to be a continuation of what happened from the Subspace Emissary. I mean, Subspace Emissary, basically, they do try to destroy the world. There's a guy, basically, by the name of Taboo, and this is in Brawl. No one knows who the guy is, but apparently this guy has the power, or he's basically in charge and controlling all the Master Hand. Of course, if you play Subspace Emissary, you stop him, he dies or disappeared or whatever. Back to the World of Light. What happened is, all the Master Hand suddenly become energy, sucked into this weird whatever bird type feather thing, and then suddenly it was shooting out laser, hitting a lot of the character, the Smash character, basically quote unquote erasing them a la Infinity War, just like Thanos. Well, it's not so much of a snap of a finger, it was more of you get hit by laser, that's it. Every single character got hit with laser except for one, and that is Kirby. And basically, after a while of the trailer, you see Kirby. He basically managed to escape, and then suddenly the world was merged. Yet, that's the same thing with Subspace Emissary because there was a bomb, and basically what the bomb does is it's trying to merge all the world into one new mixed-up prison world. Like Super Dragon Ball Super or Super Dragon Ball Heroes. I don't know that side anime with the demon from Xenoverse to whatever. Trying to mix things up. So Kirby is going to be the main character, it looks like. And then they showed what the game is. You go to the map, you fight these fake Nintendo characters or the dark Nintendo characters because they kind of showed, like with After Mario, he was in prison. They made a copy of him, and there's this evil spirit poured on Mario, and then all suddenly this evil Mario they just came out. So again, it's a cliche thing with dark clone characters or evil fighters character. They kind of did it with Dragon Ball Fighter Z. So again, I mean, it's not bad, it's a cliche, but it is what it is. But with that, so you might think, is Kirby going to be the hero of this? Is he be the one that's going to rescue everyone? So maybe so, because again, the reason is it is HAL Laboratory. Remember, that's what the developer in the beginning, not this one, but in the Smash Bros. For the 64 and the Melee was HAL Laboratory. Sakurai used to work at HAL Laboratory along with the Lady Wada. What was the first game that Sakurai did? Kirby Dream Land. So of course it's gonna make Kirby the hero there. So it kind of makes sense. But my guess here, and hopefully this is what it is, but I might be wrong. My guess also is that hopefully there's going to be a story with the Mii fighters. So say, oh man, Kirby, oh no, the Nintendo characters, they're been captured. Kirby can't do it alone, so he needs help. All suddenly, maybe there's a new character, an original character, basically said, you need help. We can summon fighters from the player world into this world, but we gotta make them into Miis, because again, that's what Miis are. The whole point of Mii that was created from the Wii was it's supposed to be your Nintendo representative self, basically being in the game. That's why. And that's the whole point. That's what you can notice on my illustration on my V-blog. You see my Mii. That's what Mii supposed to be is. I know a lot of people don't like it, like create your own Nintendo avatar, but that's what it is. So anyway, I'm thinking that you custom built your Mii character. It looks like the basic one. You help Kirby, and then you save the Nintendo world. Again, that's my guess, but we'll just have to wait and see. So again, they ended with that trailer. They ended with the World of Light. Finally, another robust single-player mode. I know a lot of people don't like it. Some people do. Some people don't. I'm in the base. I'm in the side of I like the characters or the story mode. So there you go. So that is my thoughts on the Super Smash Bros. Direct, the final direct, everything for me was awesome. It was very informative. I know there's a little bit disappointed with the character. That's why there's DLC. A lot of people disappointed. Oh, there's DLC. But again, it is what it is in this nature. At this time of that, in this time of business for video game, it is how it goes. You just have to trust Sakurai. Like I said, Sakurai has integrity. He has integrity. He never screws. Nintendo never screwed people to some extent when it comes to DLC, like Battlefront with Star Wars, or Mass Effect, or heck, Soul Calibur 6 with Tira. Could have been in the game. Again, whatever. Sometimes character costs money. Whatever. So that's why I gave it a 9 out of 10, because it's almost near perfect, but there is a little bit work there. They got rid of trophies. I don't agree with it. My opinion, probably use the old one, because why would you even remove it? Put the old one there and just add some new ones, just a little bit, maybe not much. And then there you go. Spirit, by giving reason more other Nintendo character team stuff. There you go. Beside playable and Sis Trophy or Pokemon, now you got other characters that are in there as stickers, or people call it stickers, but it's Spirit. So again, the only downside here I wish it would have is achievement. I know there's a challenge mode, so there you go. I mean, that's sort of their achievement to some extent. But I really hope that Nintendo will have a system-based achievement, but that's a different story. And one last thing also that disappointed, why I gave it a 9 out of 10 of this presentation, is Masterpiece. Yes, Masterpiece is not in the game. Can understand if you don't know what it is. It's basically sort of a history of the game, of where the characters came from. There you go. They had some in the Brawl and in the Wii U version. Like, you got like 5 minutes of the character, or the game, to see what it is. I know one of the biggest problem was in the past, like in Brawl, they got rid of Earthbound and Fire Emblem for Brawl in the American version, because they said it was a license issue. In the case with the Wii U, sort of the same thing. They had to relicense Earthbound, that's why it's on the 3DS, also on the Wii U. Again, different story there. So Masterpiece also has gotten kind of sucky. So yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts about it. I know this is way long. I want to give like just my thought, but also like some tidbit and explanation, my theories of why this and that. Hopefully in future I can condense this, but yeah, I really like a lot to say. I mean, because I'm really into the Smash Bros. And that's the reason for it. So yeah, that's my thoughts about the Smash Final Direct, the Smash Ultimate. Freaking awesome.
With that, I'll see you guys later.